The Big Dane podcast is produced by Big Dane Media, empowering women-led brands through marketing strategy. Learn more at bigdanemedia.com. Welcome to the Big Dane podcast. I'm your host, Dana Warnock, connecting through the stories women share. Each story might surprise you, make you think, or just make you say, wow. Each story is different, but each one has a connection we can all relate to. Let's get into it. Today I'm joined by Erin McDonnell. She is the owner of Body by E and Wellness Center in Phoenixville, PA. And she turned her interests into a real business. Welcome, Erin.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
I'm glad we're able to do this. I know we had some scheduling conflicts. So we're like,
And then I lost my voice, and I was like,
Yeah.
it's going to really sound that great on the podcast, so let's reschedule.
Yeah. So now we're here.
We are.
So let's start the beginning. Before Body by E became a business, what first sparked your interest in the beauty and wellness industry?
Well, we'll tell you, so I had my interior design business for about 27 years, and it was very lucrative, had a great time with it, got burned out. I was getting older as well. I started in my early 20s.
Okay, yeah.
So I was getting older. I was kind of starting to feel like I'm not moving as fast. Interior design is a tough business. You're always carrying something, lugging something around, always having to look like spot on, perfect.
Wow.
And I was at a place where I knew I wanted to make a transition because it was like I was getting ready to turn 50. Okay. And I was like, okay, this is now the time. If I'm going to make a transition to something else outside of design, now's the time. So, and the main reason why was because I was starting to feel really kind of bad about myself. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't taking care of my skin the right way as I used to. I was just aging. And I put myself in other women's position because I had never been 50 before.
Sure.
And I'm like, all these women through thousands of years have turned 50. And so I put myself in their position and I said, no woman should have to feel like this as they're getting older.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to make sure that whatever I was going to do outside of design was going to be something that was going to make women feel good.
Love that.
And so that's when I decided to go back to school and got my degree in aesthetics and went Body by E.
Boom, boom, boom.
At 50.
Episode is done.
I did take 2 years off.
Okay.
Just to figure out what I wanted to do. So
yeah.
I did.
So tell me more about that. So, you're starting to think, you know what, I need to do something different because I'm not feeling like myself. And I know I want to help other women. So do you remember, were you out somewhere? Were you at home when you really started to think, oh my gosh, I want to make this into a business?
I don't know if it was necessarily one of those moments where I was like, out somewhere, or I think it was just one of those moments where after a year and a half of taking time off of a very stressful moment, I gave myself that time to kind of reflect on who I want to be going into this next chapter. Okay. And so I think it was more of like a reflection thing when I look, even like when I look in the mirror, like a reflection of yourself. Like, I'm not 22 anymore, So I wanted it to be a space and a place where women could come in, I could take care of them, how I felt like I needed for myself. Yeah. Like I wasn't giving myself any kind of self-care, self-love, anything. Like I said, I wasn't eating right. I wasn't taking care of myself at all. Because I was always focused on my son. I'm a single mom, or this very demanding interior design business. Sure. And I was like, no more. So it wasn't a certain moment. It was just more of like over that
Over
year and
time.
over
Yeah.
that time.
So that's great. You're able to, so you quit your job.
Well, I had the design business, yeah. It wasn't like I quit my job.
Oh,
it was
okay.
like I just shut the business down.
Oh,
Sort of.
okay.
I still have some design clients because I let me go. And I dealt with a lot of
yeah.
men, you know, over those years. I was dealing with contractors. I have my
Sure.
contractor's license in the state of Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
so I was dealing with a lot of men. So it was a lot of it was a lot coming at me at one time. I was the business owner. I dealt with these contractor men, having to direct them and, you know, give them instructions and on how to do certain projects. And I was feeling like I was like not really getting the same kind of respect as the older I got.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No.
Wow. So, okay. So you left the business to a degree.
Yeah.
And then that's great. You're able to take time off because not many people can say that they have maybe left a job or even partially left, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and took time for yourself to really realize, like, all right, this is actually what I want to do. So you mentioned you went to school. So what was that like, kind of getting back out there? Like, were you excited? Because you're thinking, well, I'm going to do this because I'm going to have this business and help women. How are you feeling?
So, I made the decision in a matter of about 3 weeks. And I literally had by the time I made the decision to the time that school was starting, I had about 3 weeks.
Wow.
So, it was like, I'm doing it. Let's go. And found the school that actually fit in with my schedule. I will tell you the very first day was, oh my God, I have not been in school for 32 years. And I was like, oh, we have a book. I have a whole entire textbook here, like that I have to go through and tests and everything. And your brain is very different at 50 than it is at 16, 17, and 18 years old. And even
Absolutely.
19, 20, and 21, and 22.
Yeah.
So it was a little intimidating. And the first week, I did think to myself, what in the world did I get myself into? And because it was a lot of the medical side, even though we're not doctors, we're not dermatologists or anything.
But still,
you still need to learn these, you know, about skin and
your body
and hair and your tendons and blood and, like, you know, all these other things. So I was like, oh, we're doing this. Okay, I thought we were going to be doing facials.
Yeah.
No.
Show me how to do a facial. Right. Where's that part?
When do we get to that part, you know? When are we doing lash extensions, you know? So it was very intimidating in the beginning, but I obviously stuck with it. And about 6 weeks later is when we started doing facials.
Wow.
And that was wonderful, by the way, because we had 4 weeks of on-hands training. So everybody got a facial every day or some type of a massage all day long. So we were in a spa like all day for days, for 3 days a week.
I love that.
We're getting stuff done. It's like, oh my God.
So relaxing.
It was so great. I was like, this is what I'm talking about.
And so how long were you in school for? You say like 2?
It was, let's see, a total of, because I did it part-time, so I think it was a total of like 5 months.
Oh.
But part-time, it's still like, it was like 3 days. It was like 3 days a week, so.
Still, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, faster than I thought.
And had to drive up to Ambler.
I'm like 2 years.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would have died. I didn't almost make it up for the first week, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was like 5 months.
Yeah.
You know, but it was very intensive, and it was, like I said, it was, you know, it was 3 days a week. So.
And so as you were doing school, were you starting to get more ideas for your business? Oh, like I want to call it this, or you know what, I don't want to have that in here, but I do want to have this.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is that when I was in school, I was like, I don't really want to do facials. I want to work with devices. I want to work with like microneedling or microchanneling, with radio frequency. At one point I was going to do tattoo eyebrows.
Wow.
All of these other things. I was like, I'm not going to do facials. I'm going to have, someone else do facials or, well, that flipped. Like now I love doing facials. It's like one of my favorite treatments to do is a facial. Well, I still have the devices though.
Okay. What changed your mind about the facials?
I have no idea. There's not one thing. I can tell you, maybe it wasn't like one thing where I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to start doing facials. What I did decide, or what I did realize, was that when I got in the treatment room, we were actually in the room, the lights were down, and I saw how my client relaxed and fell asleep. And when you're doing training in school, you don't have that. The lights are on.
Sure.
They try to make it as spa as possible, but there's like 16 other girls in the room.
Yeah.
And they're all lined up. Everybody's getting facials. And I was like, this is not the right setting. But when I was in my room and I saw the women relaxing and sleeping and then coming out of the treatment room and they're like, oh my word, that was the most amazing facial. Thank you so much. My skin is glowing. I was like,
ding, ding, ding.
That is the reaction that I wanted to have from my clients.
Yeah.
And so now I love doing facials.
Wow.
Yeah. And
who knew? Head spa.
Love-hate relationship.
It sounds so good, but it's so ticklish.
It can be. You're the only one that's ever reacted.
Oh my gosh. So how did you come up with the name? I mean, obviously, like, part of your name's in your business.
Yeah.
But was there, like, an aha, or were you, like, brainstorming for days of, like, what am I going to call this?
No, it just literally rolled out. And the reason why was because we do so many different things at Body by E. We do stuff with, we not only are a spa where we do facials and as part of our treatments, but we also offer waxing, massage, and we also have those wonderful devices like the nano infusion, microchanneling, which is like next level microneedling.
Wow.
And we do a lot with body contouring, with cryotherapy, and also with red light therapy and laser lipo. So we do so many things that we really treat the whole body. Now we're doing nails.
Yes.
So yes, they're lovely. So we do everything with the body. And I didn't want it just to sound like, oh, it's just going to be this spa.
Yeah.
We actually have great treatments that are in a spa setting, but give results.
Love it. Yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's like you want to capture overarchingly all these services. So it's like, oh, how do we say that?
Right.
And it's simple. It's, makes sense.
Yeah. So Body by E.
And so once you kind of got going, like, what were some of those early days like for you? Like, was it just you kind of running things, or like, were you still, or it was like you and one other person at first, or?
So it was myself, and I had, at the time I had one other esthetician, and we had a very talented tattoo artist in there that was doing fine line tattoos. And then we had one girl who was an esthetician, but really she focused on spray tans.
Okay.
So she's no longer with us. It was too much of a commute for her. She lived like down in Westchester. Too much of a commute. And Erin, the fine line tattoo artist, she's since moved on, and now she's in a tattoo studio, which is perfect for her.
Yeah.
So, but Kasha, who's our massage therapist and esthetician, she is still with us.
Nice.
Now we have Ashley, who's a massage therapist and esthetician. She's lovely. And we have Jane, who's our wonderful, wonderful nail technician.
Love it. And so, with things getting started there, like, did you have a moment where you thought, wow, is this really like a pinch me, like, we're opened, people are coming in and they know us, we're getting people through the door?
Yeah. It was when it was First Friday, so it would have been May
Oh, yeah.
It was May 1st, I think. It was the first Friday last year because May 1st this year was May 5th, right? So it's May 1st, first Friday. I had only put out on social, like, hey, we're having our grand opening. It was like 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
And we were jam-packed.
Wow.
Jam-packed in there to a point where we didn't even leave until like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my gosh.
Because people were still coming in. So that was the moment, because before that we were sort of open.
Yeah.
You know? But that was like our, hello, we are now completely
right,
open.
officially.
And I wasn't sure what the reaction was going to be. So just seeing all those people, all these new guests that we would have, and everybody's excited, and gift cards. It was fun.
Now, how do you think people knew, like, word of mouth? Like, you had stuff on social, or?
Social media. I was posting on the Phoenixville Facebook page, which is obviously a great page.
Yeah.
And then just having the presence, just, being
on
right there on Bridge Street. Yeah. Having our signs out there. Just everyday people walking by. Yeah, ooh, that was, I didn't do any other kind of advertising for it.
Love
so,
it. Yeah, you have a prime spot location.
It's a pretty good spot.
So, what else can you tell me about the reality of the entrepreneurship that, people don't really see from the outside?
Well, having two businesses now, the reality of me becoming an entrepreneur at 22 is very different than the reality of me being an entrepreneur at 50. 22, I only needed $600 a month. Maybe not that little.
Yeah.
But so starting a business at 22, you don't have anything to lose. You're like, oh my goodness, I just made $1,000 off of these window treatments, and I can do that 3 times a month. Oh my word.
Right.
And you have no children, you have no mortgage payment, you barely have a car payment. The reality of starting over and starting another business in a completely different industry at 50 has been a reality check. I came into the industry not knowing anything. I knew what I wanted to do.
Right.
I had to really rely a lot on Kasha, who especially, she's been in the industry for over 20 years, to really kind of help me understand some of these things about the industry. So that has been the biggest thing for me, is learning, like, what I thought was going to be easy peasy in the beginning turned out to not be.
Wow.
Turned out to be way harder than I expected. So that's it, coming from being very successful to going, oh my God, I have no idea what am I doing?
So tell me more about those things. So what did you think, what was going to be easy end up being more challenging?
What I thought was going to be easy was that as soon as I opened the doors, the calendars were going to be booked from day one. I was like, everybody's going to want to come in here and see us because we're fabulous, And that wasn't the case. It took a while. Fortunately, Kasha, she's been in the industry, like I said, forever. So she had a lot of loyal clients that came with her to Body by E. That was good. But it was definitely, when you look at your calendar in the beginning and you're like, I only have
can't be right.
7 clients on my schedule this week, it's scary. And then you go, what did I just do? And I had to fight through that. I had to really fight through that and just believe in myself and my team, and not just kind of shrink away from it to go, I'm going back into design because it's safe.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I put all this time and effort into going to school.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's just getting out of your comfort zone, because, it's tough, because, I probably would react the same way. Like, okay, this is a new industry. I want to do this, but what do I do?
Well, you know what was the fun part was doing the construction,
Yeah.
like doing the renovation to the place. I'm like, that's easy peasy.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's your wheelhouse.
That's my wheelhouse. So in the beginning, I was all like, ooh,
I got this.
I got this, I got this. And then, oh, the doors are open now. And you're like, okay, let's fill the calendar.
Yeah.
Well, now what do we do? You know, so that was the biggest learning curve.
Yeah.
Was, or the biggest reality check was you can believe in something as much as you want to, and you can have a vision in your head of how it's going to look. It may not look like that.
Sure.
And if it doesn't look like that, you have two choices. You can fight through it, believe in yourself, believe in your team, and get past it, or you can shy away from it.
Yeah.
And I've never been a shy away kind of person.
You leaned in.
I leaned in.
And I mean, that's great. You had your team there for support, because I think that'd be much harder if you didn't have as many team members.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Erin, like, we got this, don't worry. Like, it's going to take time, you know.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear. I know you're talking about First Friday and mentioning that this past May was a year. Was that kind of a big, proud moment for you? Or
It was. We had our lovely Mayor Pete came down for the ribbon cutting. He's wonderful. And then the other ladies at the Chamber of Commerce, they came down. So we had a ribbon cutting ceremony, which was really nice. We had some other really great guests to join us. And so that was very exciting that we made it that year.
Sure.
It was
a lot. Yeah. And I'm sure it went fast.
You know what? It did go fast. And it went fast, and I learned a lot. That's my biggest takeaway from it, is I learned my role. And I learned that every month. Every month I learned something else. But I learned what my role needs to be in the business. And I learned to delegate.
Yeah, can't do it all. You can't do it all. So I got your team.
Right.
Now that's good. I mean, there's always going to be some kind of reflection, I would hope.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, all right, what did we do well? What didn't go well? Like, what can we improve upon? Like, what does next year look like?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's pretty great. Did you have any other maybe moments throughout that year that you really enjoyed?
I mean, honestly, I enjoyed all of it. Outside of being terrified the whole time. So I enjoyed it, and I was terrified. I think if I wasn't a single mom, I think I would probably have not been as nervous or terrified.
Yeah.
You know? But my son was such a huge supporter of mine, and I would drag that poor kid. He was like 13 at the time. He did not want to be hanging out in there. You know, and I would drag him in there, and I'd say, I've got to go in. We've got to go in. We got to set this up today.
Gotta do it.
And he would go in and just help. And so
that's really sweet.
My other proud moment is that
take your time.
Is that my son got to see, like, that if you believe in something, you know, he always knew me as an interior designer, and he knew that business for me was just so easy. But he saw me dig in and go after it and do it with a smile on my face. And it's given him, and this is something that's new over the past year, where he, and I don't know if I can't take credit for this completely, but hopefully I gave a little bit of influence on this. But I hope that he wants to have his own business. And he already knows, like, he wants to start working now. He's 14. He wants to start working now. And so he knows that he wants to have his own business, and he already has business ideas of what he wants to go to school for and what he can do. And so my hope is that he is coming to these conclusions for himself because he sees what hard work and dedication and what positive can come out of that.
And what good looks like. He has a role model, and he knows that it's possible. It's not something he can't do. If you put, this is what you want to do, and you love it, and you want to help people, just do it.
Right. Yep.
So
I've been very proud of him that he's like stepped up. And not giving me a hard time. I had to drag him in there on the Saturday.
Like, oh, we're back here.
God, Mom. He was like that the whole time. I don't want to like sugarcoat this at all. But he was like that every time. But for the most part,
okay.
And I'm proud of him.
Oh, shout out. I love that. So tell me more about just looking ahead. Maybe it's this year, or you have maybe some things planned for next year you want to do.
Well, it's just month by month. Right
okay,
now.
Month by month. Let's hear it.
This was so last year was our like learning year. That was our year of learning. This year is our year of growth, and again from the learning from last year, what strategies and things that worked within the business and what didn't work, and what my role is, and the delegation that I needed to do, and bringing on the right people. And so I feel like I've got the right people in place right now. And so we have grown this year, which is good. Looking back at our first 6 months from last year, which actually I'd look back at like the first 3 months, because the first 3 months prior to that we were doing renovations. So we are growing. And so I'm seeing the practices that I thought about need to be implemented in the business working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
one step at a time.
Keep growing. That's
okay.
It. Yeah, 1 month at a time.
1 month at a time.
One facial at a time.
Back to the facial. Comes full circle.
Full circle. Oh God. Hopefully you edit that out.
I can edit it. And Erin, and then just one final question for you.
Oh boy. Okay.
What's one thing you hope every listener takes away from your story today?
Oh Lord, that's a really deep question. Okay, so one thing is it's never, ever, ever, you're never too old to learn something new. Ever.
Yes.
If you're in a position where you are not happy with your current environment, whatever that might be, and you know that if you can make this one change, your life can change, but you're still scared to do it. But if you have that opportunity to do it, do it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, if you can't get out of your comfort zone, you're not gonna learn anything.
Yeah, or not gonna grow.
And you're not gonna grow. And I've learned so much about myself, more than I could even imagine. I had 98 followers on Instagram when I started a year ago. Now I have, I think, 620.
Wow.
And I would post every day, and I'd get 10 views, And so I had to learn social media because I didn't know how to do that with design.
Yeah.
That business ran itself. So I had to learn social media. It's not been fun. But, so I'm proud that I've learned it. Now I'm like, oh, sweet. This is so much easier than I thought it was going to be. It's annoying, but it's easy. So there's so many things I had to learn. And I've grown as a better communicator with my team. And I've grown where I'm more present with my son.
Sure.
Because I don't have a client from design calling me at 10 o'clock at night. My phone's off.
Yeah, you set that boundary.
Exactly, I'm there. So I've learned the boundaries. So that, I've learned, I could go on forever. There's other things I've learned. I've learned about, more technology stuff. But that's all boring stuff. But I learned that I do need to be proud of myself because I've not really given myself accolades. And now it's my turn to do that. Okay. So I'm proud of myself.
I love it. I love all the things. No, well, I think it's so important for people to hear that because I think there's women out there that feel stuck or they don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you got to believe in yourself that you can do this, And if it means feeling a little uncomfortable, then you feel uncomfortable. It's fine. Yeah. You just get over that little hump and go after it. Because if you don't go after it, what's it doing?
Exactly.
It's not doing anything. You got to persevere. Yeah. So, I think that's really going to resonate with a lot of women. So thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
It was a great conversation, and I hope everyone will enjoy it. Thanks so much for listening, friends. Until next time, keep finding connection in the stories women share.